Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Go Together. My name is Mark, and today I just wanted to show you around our Ford F-250 and the setup that we did to try to just make it, the best that we could for our unique setup with this trailer and a family of 5, so 3 little kids, and the things that we've done, the modifications that we've made to kind of help it adapt to what we needed. And so yeah, let's go ahead and take a walk around. So like I said, this is a Ford F-250. It is a 2021 Platinum. Why a Platinum? The dealership had a Platinum on the lot. They're kind of uncommon right now with the chip shortage and everything. So, all we really needed was an XLT that was properly equipped or a Lariat, but they had a Platinum, so that's what we got. Definitely a lot of cool features on it, but some of them definitely not necessary. Tow mirrors, these are super helpful. They telescope out, which is really, really nice and helps us see around the trailer. You definitely need tow mirrors on your tow vehicle. I can't tell you how important these are. This blind spot section here, this kind of wide angle is just like a complete necessity. This truck has the 6.7 liter Power Stroke turbo diesel V8. It is equipped with 475 horsepower and 1,050 pound-feet of torque, so definitely adequate to pull our travel trailer. The payload specs on this truck are going to be 2,693 pounds of cargo carrying capacity. This truck does have 4-wheel drive, not that we really need it. Rear wheel is going to be what you're towing with for the most part. You see a lot of equipment on the bed. This is a Yakima Deep Space 10 storage box. I'll go ahead and show you what's inside of that in a minute, but also walking around, we have the Yakima Skyline that holds the bike racks. These are the Yakima High Roads, and there's 2 of them for my bike and Katie's bike. Also, you'll notice on the top of the truck is a Retrax hard metal tonneau cover. It retracts fully. There is a box back here that takes up a little bit of room, but what's really nice about this Retrax tonneau is that it keeps our stuff safe, primarily because there's a lot in here, as well as just out of the elements. And this particular model has these T-slots that allow the Yakima Skyline towers and the kit to be installed. It's a diesel by those dual exhausts down there, and I definitely would recommend a diesel. There's also a gas version, that's 7.3 Godzilla. I can't speak to how well that does, but I can tell you that the diesel performs excellently. Before we get into the inside of the truck, let's go ahead and open up the tailgate. So inside, we did have a bed slide installed. This is the basic bed slide, not the heavy duty or the bed slide S. This is a regular bed slide. But this does pull out mostly all the way. There was a model that supposedly pulls out even further. This is completely adequate. Yeah, it doesn't pull out all the way, but it's really close. And the other thing is we can open up the tonneau cover. This is a locking tonneau cover. Again, keeping everything safe. And now you have full access to everything in here. What did we put in the bed slide? Well, we have all of our bike stuff. So primarily the kids' bike stuff and then our helmets. We also have a Burley bike trailer. So the bed slide does take up some room in the bed as far as height goes. So you can't really stack this thing up all the way high. You have to be mindful about how many inches of space you have here. But you can see that you still are able to kind of get this kid bike with the wheels sticking up, and this pile here, it all goes underneath the tonneau cover still, which is really good. We have some bike gear in this little bin. We have my daughter's bike here, our son's Strider bike, the bike stroller, helmets. On this side over here, we have just some outdoor toys for the kids. That bin could be anything, but we just chose to put a lot of outdoor stuff in that bin. So this is a ladder that I use to access the bikes above the tonneau cover. And then here we have our toolboxes. So I went with these Milwaukee packouts just because they're so interchangeable. You can stack these and have, like, you know, do whatever you want. There's actually 2 of them here stacked together. And this height of this tall one and then these 2 short ones both worked really well with the room that I had. And inside we just have a whole bunch of different tools. You know, we just have all of the stuff that we might need in all of these compartments. I'll show you how this retracts all the way. Inside the bed, we can see the box for the tonneau cover, and you can kind of get an idea that underneath there, there's gonna only be about 6 inches of room between the bed slide and the box. So you do have to be careful about that. This truck does have the 5th wheel package built into it if you ever needed it. All you have to do is take out the bed slide, but right now it's kind of covered up, and so you can see the pucks in there. These ladders are super useful because they're not normal step ladders. This whole platform allows you to get a lot better just kind of stability, especially when trying to grab heavy bikes off of that higher up location. And it just folds out like this. This was at Home Depot, it was a special buy. They have other kinds, but I think it was like 50 bucks. So not like super cheap, but. So I'll go ahead and step up, unlock the storage box, and then give you a peek at what's in here. So basically we just have this big mat. It's like a rug kind of floor mat that we can put outside the front door. And then underneath that, we just have some like picnic stuff, some bike covers, and all of our outdoor chairs. And that's pretty much it. This thing holds 10 cubic feet of whatever you want. So it's kind of nice to have. It's out of the way in general aerodynamically. So, you know, it's back there. It doesn't take up too much visibility. I mean, if you're pulling the trailer, you can't see much anyway. The nice thing is I still do have a view out the middle. So I'll go ahead and lock that up. And then I'll go ahead and move this over. So again, you can step up, and this thing balances really, really well. I definitely am able to grab a bike, step on that without it kicking upward, and then, you know, put it down or put it up, whatever. So, you know, you can see right here, this is how I would get it off. I would just lift it off and go down. Super easy. I definitely have good reach now, and yeah, this is a great ladder. These high road bike racks are nice because they have an integrated just cable lock here. I mean, obviously not the most secure thing, people can cut that, but it is nice that it's built in, so you just always have it. Sometimes I put those U-locks on both bikes. It kind of depends on where we're at, but I usually do also just put another cable lock on. This one's a little bit stronger. And it's just a code because, like, we have so many keys. Sometimes it's nice to have a couple of these numeric ones, just so you don't carry around this massive amount of keys. To put this back in the bed, all I do is fold these things in and simply fit it back up in here. Done. Slide the bed slide back in. So you can see that my daughter's bike just kind of barely fits in right there. This bin backs right on up to that box, and there is just a little bit of room underneath where, you know, you can have a couple different things. So this is what the bed looks like while the tonneau cover is open and the bed slide is closed. This gives you a good idea of kind of what our setup is. To close the retracts cover, I'm just gonna have to kind of get this thing through those 2 bars, like so, and pull it shut. It'll close right down. and obviously I can lock it. This thing is not entirely 100% waterproof. There are channels that help drain the water, and there are little tubes that go drain down underneath the truck. You know, it's really, really good. It keeps, like I said, really 99% of the water out of here. And there's just like these nice sealed areas. This closes right on up. And then if I didn't have the bed slide on, or if if I wanted to access the back of the truck, I can simply pull out the forward step here to jump in the back. The hitch we're using, the dealership threw this in for us. It is super loud, creaks and kind of moans and stuff while you're towing, but it does work. I feel like it has helped dramatically. Down here, what we did is put these shackles on, but these work a lot better to latch on. And then I got a better carabiner for the emergency brake cable. This is a locking pin, just to make sure nobody can take this. These are pretty expensive. I think they're between, $600 to $1,000, depending on where you buy them and all of that. But this does have the 3-inch receiver. So this does have adapters here to fit this in. So we didn't do anything with the suspension yet. We didn't put airbags in yet. That's something that I'm contemplating doing. And it kind of just depends on how this continues to perform. But for right now, the truck doesn't squat too bad. It is a little bit, squatted down while we're pulling it, but it kind of depends on the weight in it too. Airbags probably would be a nice feature, but for now this works. One of the nice features of the Platinums is that they do have these retractable steps. So every time you get in or get out, they also go in and out. It just helps. This is a nice, really wide platform. So the kids have a much easier time getting up into the truck with this particular step inside the truck. It's a Ford Super Duty. We do have cameras, and this thing has like massaging seats and everything, which again, not entirely necessary, but kind of nice touches for a long drive. It does have the panoramic sunroof, which is super nice, just to get all that, light in the truck when you want it. Lots of cubbies for storage. We have a lot of kids stuff in here, or sometimes we do. I tried to clear it out before we made the video, but the Super Duty is definitely adequate for 3 car seats side by side. We have 2 front-facing seats and 1 rear-facing still. And this mat that we have here spans the whole entire bench, which is really cool. And we have these rubber floor mats. These are actually the WeatherTech floor mats. The Ford OEM ones do not really cover as much ground. These really cover everything. Underneath, we have this storage box that locks, but it's pretty much completely useless if you're packing 3 car seats on top because you can't lift this seat bottom up. So it's still nice though that you have room underneath that you could put anything you need to under the seat. So it technically is still a good storage spot. The other side, you can see the car seats. They have a great view out of the truck, especially with that panoramic sunroof, so they really enjoy it. They can really see out really nicely. In the center console, you basically can put anything you want. This is super nice because it does lock. So you don't actually really need the vehicle safe that you could get as an option because the thing does have a locking mechanism on it. And I just really appreciate these LED lights. For night driving, these are just fantastic. They perform great. I've heard things about the halogens just not, performing, and I can tell you that these are excellent, excellent lights. Thanks everyone for watching. Please leave any comments, questions, suggestions, or ideas in the comment section below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this F-250 setup, and we hope you enjoyed this walk around. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.